this is an update on the storm that's coming in a few hours. So this storm has definitely gotten its act together since early morning. You could see that there was a lot of dry slots in there. There wasn't that much moisture. Now, if you press play, you can see the storm really starting to get its act together. The dry slots are starting to fill in a lot, and the moisture is starting to rise northward as this low starts tracking off the east coast and then up. This track, it will all be dependent on the track. So the track is still not set in stone. It can go, say, 15 miles southward. Everything would be shifted 15 miles south. 15 miles north, the mixing line might be a bigger issue for the areas north and west of Philadelphia, which is very important because in that area I have 6+ inches of snow, since in order to, if you want the heaviest snowfall totals, you want to be able to smell the rain. And if you're that close to the mixing line, you will definitely be in some intense snowfall bands, which is shown by the future radar, which will just prove that if you're closest to the mixing line, you will feel some very heavy snowfall rates. The mixing line's right here, and the heaviest snowfall rates are right in this area. York, Lancaster, Reading, Allentown, zooming in more, Warrington, New Brunswick, they are all experiencing some very heavy snowfall rates. Norristown is as well. At rates like this, you could be expecting 1 to 2 inches per hour, which last. This rate, these snowfall rates may last a couple hours, so you would definitely pile up snow a lot, no matter how high the snow, how warm it is today, which is actually 40 degrees right now. So I'm slightly worried that we might start out as some rain, but then switch quickly over to some sleet, and then snow as the upper level columns start cooling down to below freezing. But once we switch over to snow, it will be all snow, and then we'll shift over to that very heavy, wet, and just intense snowfall rates of 1 to 2 inches per hour. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a few instances of thunder snow, especially in areas like New Brunswick, because they're awfully close to that mixing line. Areas in Lancaster, because this is a very intense band of snowfall right there, 1 to 2 inches per hour again. So I've made a map. It's not the best, but here it is. I do have a zone of 6+ inches of snow in the north and west suburbs of Philadelphia, because that is where the heaviest radar echoes will be, which I just showed you in the past 30 seconds. They will be lined up right along this corridor. I put Philadelphia in that 3 to 6 line, but I think Philly itself might get 3 inches. And then the farther south and east, there's 1 to 3, which will be washed away by all the rain that will come in later as the storm gets going. 1 to 3 also in Wilkes-Barre, Hazleton, all the towns north and west of about Berks County. North and west from there, you might be getting 1 to 3 inches. As you get closer to this line right here, the totals will begin to drop off. So I'll keep you updated, but oh yeah, and one more thing. The 6+ line, this doesn't mean that you could see more than a foot of snow. I highly doubt that any regions in this area will get a foot of snow. But the 6+ line is where you may end up with 7, 8, 9, maybe 10 inches of snow, depending on just how intense those snowfall rates get. I will keep you updated, and bye.